When it comes to cybersecurity incidents, it's no longer a matter of if, but a matter of when. Cybercrime is not just a nuisance. It's evolved into a very sophisticated industry that's cost the global economy over $8 trillion in 2023 alone, and that is expected to continue rising. One of the best sellers when it comes to the booming cybercrime business is ransomware. If you aren't familiar with ransomware, it's a type of threat that will spread through your entire system, encrypting your files, your documents, all of your data, making it completely inaccessible. Attackers will typically then request a payment or a ransom to get access back. In today's Spotlight, I want to introduce you to one of our vendors, SentinelOne, and how they can help reduce the threat and the impact of cybersecurity incidents like ransomware. SentinelOne is an endpoint detection and response product that brings AI into your security stack to help fight against the more prevalent and emerging threats by being able to recognize malicious and unexpected behavior as it's happening and respond in real time. Today, I'll be running some emulated ransomware that I've defanged on my machine to help show how a ransomware attack occurs and how SentinelOne can respond. I want to demonstrate the rollback technology because it's a really key feature in fighting against ransomware. So I'm going to do what I would never recommend anyone do, and I'm going to put this into a detection mode where we're not automatically stopping this threat. There are a lot of different ways that ransomware can enter our environment. In this example, we have a macro-enabled Word document that's been emailed to us and disguised as a resume. I'm going to do something that unfortunately people do everywhere around the world every single day. I'm going to download this ransomware and I'm going to open it. Now, once I do so, what we'll notice is SentinelOne straight away detected a threat. It'll open up the Word document, we'll see some PowerShell windows being launched, and within a few seconds, all of my files, specifically within my documents folder, have now become encrypted, and you should see that happening in real time. Furthermore, if I come back to my desktop, we'll see that we've now got this ransomware image. Our computer has been encrypted. Those files are no longer accessible. Now, of course, you would hope that this would never happen, but unfortunately, the reality is that it may do. And this is where we start looking at capabilities of SentinelOne and to see how it can respond. If I come back into my console, what I should now see is a big old red alert saying, hey, we've got an issue. There's been some ransomware that's been detected on your system. So there we go. If we have a look at this threat, what we'll see is we've got a malicious detection that was picked up by the documents and script engine. On the right, we can see why it's flagged this. It's showing us in common English how this relates to other cybersecurity threats and how we can have a quick look at it. So, for example, we can see we've got a document behaving abnormally, we've got obfuscated PowerShell commands, and we've got some info stealing attempts down the bottom. Now, this is your worst case scenario, and here is where we use their one-click mitigation. Now, ideally, you've already had this automated so that we're stopping the threat in its tracks, but we can't prevent 100% of attacks. And this allows you to answer that question of, it is not a matter of if, it is a matter of when. Now, it's as simple as clicking what we want to do. In this case, we want to roll back the machine. So we will kill the processes, we'll quarantine the files, we'll remove any of those malicious files, reverse any registry key changes, and then we're going to do what they call rollback. Now, their rollback, and it's going to restore those affected files back to a pre-attack clean state. Now, this is stored locally on the machine, meaning we can be up and running within minutes. Now, if I press apply, come back over to my machine, what we should see happening here within the next few seconds is that kill command being executed. We should see the Word document being shut down. We should then see it being quarantined. The PowerShell windows should be closed, and then the registry keys should be changed. So again, we see that happening in real time. And finally, those files being rolled back. Now we're back up and running to how this machine was before I ran that malicious document. So it's as easy as that. If you're looking for an effective EDR tool to help protect your businesses, and you want to learn a little bit more, come have a chat to us at PAX 8 and we can talk a bit more in depth.